Hi friends, Joseph Anthony here, and welcome to another update video. This one is for January, or between January and February of 2022. And the reason I'm putting this out is because it's already begun. You know, this energy is starting to ramp up, and it has a lot to do with Uranus or Aquarius energy. As I've said throughout other videos, that the year of 2024 was going to be very unstable, and a lot of it has to do with this one particular planet, and I will show you what I'm talking about astrologically. So if you're not aware, you're not on top of what's going on, the energy is starting to buzz, and so Uranus energy, for any of you who know astrology or understand astrology, Uranus is the symbol or symbolic of chaos, represents transformation, it represents innovation. And so when this planet gets activated symbolically, we are in a chaotic state of being. We seem to be not in control. We want change. We feel irritated. We feel rebellious in some way. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about in a second. But I'm doing this video on Friday the 26th, just after the full moon in Leo. So let me get to that right now. So here is the full moon in Leo on the 25th that just started the chain of reaction, this chain reaction going on right now. So this full moon right here was at 5 degrees of Leo, opposing the Aquarius sun. Now we know Pluto has just entered Aquarius, and this is the guy that's going to be making all these changes in our personal lives as well as in society, and we're already beginning to see it. So many of my clients these days are, wanting to know what the future holds, and they feel like they have to break free from something, whether it's a job, a relationship, a bad habit, whatever it is. Pluto is working its magic there. But what makes this one so tricky, and again, very strong, repeating itself in August, on August the 19th, in reverse this time, it'll be another, full moon in Aquarius. So that's another chain of events that I'll cover later on. But this is setting the tone already for the next few months, especially the next few weeks. And I'll tell you what I'm talking about here. So first of all, we have the Sun conjunct Pluto, which is power struggles, transformation, egos, all of that stuff, versus the Leo moon, which again is about power, creativity, and it's squaring Jupiter. As I pointed out, Jupiter in Taurus. So there's some sort of standstill going on, a conflict within belief systems, wanting to do things in a certain way. And of course, Taurus is the most stubborn of the zodiac signs. So we have this sort of fixed energy at play here, because this is a T-square in astrology, and all of these symbols are fixed in nature. And so here we begin the stages of some sort of chaotic energy coming in the next few weeks. So let me show you what I'm talking about here in the United States' chart. Here it is. Pluto has activated the second house of income and values, beliefs, investments, and we have the sun going through Aquarius as well in the second house of the United States. And it begins to square Jupiter. Okay, that full moon just began to square Jupiter. So there's some sort of conflict, resolution that is brewing. It's going to begin to in conjunct Venus and Jupiter in the United States' chart. So we're seeing a couple of interesting dynamics unfolding here with the United States' chart. Now, what am I referring to? I'm referring to, remember, I said watch Texas. In my video in October and September, I talked about how the first eclipse of 2 is going to crisscross over Texas. And so this eclipse set the chain of reaction, in motion, beginning with Texas. Again, watch Texas. And what am I referring to? Because there's going to be a second eclipse on April the 8th. So this is activating a lot of energy over Texas, but really over the entire United States, as you could see here. And I will cover this eclipse in depth as we get closer to April. But you could see the United States is literally being activated by all this solar energy that's coming in. Again, symbolically, solar energy coming in, activating the United States. And what am I referring to? This. If you guys haven't been paying attention, the Supreme Court has ruled against Texas, and they want them to take down the barbed wire fence that the Texas National Guard has been putting up now to stop the illegal immigrants coming in. And for you folks that have emailed me about, oh, they're just poor people entering the country. No, these poor people are being used as pawns in order to restructure the country. They have done this already in Europe. They have done this in Sweden. They've done this in the Netherlands. They are doing it now in the United States. These poor people are being paid to come up to the United States. And they're so far, from all the reports, there have been like 7 million people that have crossed, and millions more. And now I found out from some insiders here, some real deep news here, that the game plan is to bring in 100 million illegal people, illegal immigrants, migrants, whatever you want to call them, into the United States by 2030. That's what I heard. So this stand that's happening in Texas is not only symbolic of the eclipses, but I do believe that the military intelligence is running the show. They waited purposely for 2024 to create this chaos because, like I said before, a lot of these people in power understand astrology. They understand cycles, when to make a move, when not to make a move. They all use astrology or symbolism, or they use more deeper things like remote viewing. What's the other one? The one by Visionary of the Future. I forgot the name of it, but I did mention it before. But they use all these techniques to maximize to their benefit their strategies. So I'm going to basically continue to say that this is all a military intelligence operation that is absolutely being played out this year in particular for a certain outcome by the end of the year. Okay, and so I believe we're going to have a new form of government, or the states are going to secede. So this is what I've said before, and I'm not the only one saying this, and this is what we're going towards. Because remember, Uranus is energy that likes to break things up and do things in a different way. So Texas has refused to comply with the administration on this, and now we have some sort of standoff going on in Texas, and it will continue to escalate. I will show you what I'm talking about. Here is Dr. Steve Turley. He does a great job of, overall giving you the overall picture and the deep political commentary on the situation. So he's just one of many, but I do enjoy listening to him because he does make a lot of sense, and he shows you what's going on, and he does it in simple terms, even though he's a college professor, an actual PhD. But here's a video. I left you the link down below. You could watch it for yourself. But there's a lot of news on this. This is from Gateway Pundit. More governors stand with Texas. Now, this is where it's starting to escalate, because I believe it's 25 or 27 governors now are sending troops to Texas. So we are seeing here, and it's even on the forums, National Guard volunteers and militia and even truckers are all conveying to Texas to protect America and Americans. 25 governments, according to this, are all basically converging on Texas. Again, symbolically from the eclipse on October, I said, watch Texas. Here we go. So we're going to see some sort of standoff taking place. Now, is this going to be bloody and weird? I hope not. But we're talking about unpredictable Uranus. We're talking about unpredictable energy, you see, where people are not in their right frames of mind, and they're overreacting, or they're just feeling frustrated as hell, and they want to do something. So here we have this taking place. Many stories online. Volunteer militias heading down to Texas from 27 states have begun to make their way to Texas. So you could see that something is brewing here, friends. I've tried to give everyone a heads up. I'm not trying to be pessimistic or negative here, but it's starting to pan out just as I suspected. And so here we have it brewing. So we also have this news report. This is 700,000 trucks will take part in border convoy. So we're seeing, big energy moving towards Texas. And again, I believe it's being done all on purpose. It's being orchestrated on purpose, subtly in this year to make a difference. It's basically to show the people of the world how bad the corruption really is. And that's why they're doing it. So here's another link down below. Even on the forums, a call to truckers to join Texas Standoff, Eagle Pass. You get the gist of things. But this one caught my eye. The Global Military Alliance is ending deep state cabal rule over people. Friday, February, January implementations of the BRICS nations global currency reset cuts off globalist money and dissolves cabal central banks across the world. Again, this is happening worldwide. This is just one aspect of this operation, it appears to be. Okay? So money is being cut off from the deep state around the world. And so this is what we're seeing. We're seeing a systematic takedown of some sort of corrupt system that has been put in place and is being either destroyed, defunded, or eliminated on some level. And so this is what's going on, friends. So keep an eye on this. And of course, this is also very interesting here. Eliminates cabal's IRS and Federal Reserve, replaces it with 14% sales tax. I'll believe it when I see it. And again, the forms says to prepare for at least 3 weeks of supplies, food, cash, essentials in need. And I could absolutely see that. And again, it's not out of fear. It's just being smart. One of the things I do see is how the prices keep going up. So if you buy supplies now, it's just beneficial to you because they might be more expensive in a month or so. So it's just smart, and stay out of fear because it's a waste of energy. So let's go into why I'm saying this is a chaotic time frame. So on the 27th, Uranus, the ruler of Aquarius, starts to wake up. Here it is in stationary position. And so this is like a little bit more fuel on the fire with Uranus waking up. Okay? So we have all this energy right now. As of the 26th and 27th, we have Pluto that's in Aquarius, but we have these other planets. Mars is still in Capricorn. Mercury is still in Capricorn. Venus is still in Capricorn. But each one of these, I will show you in a few minutes, how they're going to make their way down and conjunct Pluto. Now, anytime a planet conjuncts Pluto, you could expect some major transformation or revelation, especially Mars. Mars is the warrior planet. It's the military planet. And so this is going to conjunct Pluto as well, and I will show you this in the charts and give you an idea of what's going on, and at least give you a time frame. And so Mars awakening. Here it is, Uranus awakening, but Mars will play a major role. Here it is in stationary position, 5th house. Something new is brewing. Something is changing. Something is beginning to bubble and erupt. And so here we have it. 2nd house, Pluto working its magic. Mars is going to conjunct the natal Pluto of the United States, again causing chaos or some sort of change or disruption. I do believe it's going to be mostly in Texas, but we will have other states that are, I'm sure will chime in or start acting up as well. But Texas is the place to watch right now. And so we'll have to see how it unfolds. But in the United States, it is absolutely showing me that there's something brewing here that we need to really keep an eye on. Not only that, Jupiter is in the mix, and these planets will begin to square Jupiter. So that, again, a square in astrology is a challenge. It's a transformation. It's a disruption. It's a being forced to do something. And so here we see the energy starting to build right around the 27th. Now, here's when the hit parade begins. February the 5th, 1 a.m. in the morning, Mercury is the first planet that enters Aquarius as well. So here it is. And it runs right into powerful Pluto. So once again, we are seeing the possibility of words or action or people acting up, voicing their opinions, getting frustrated. Remember, Uranus or Aquarius energy is a rebellious energy. It is a disruptive energy. And we also have Uranus is now moving full speed ahead in direct motion. So we're seeing, or I'm seeing, chaotic words being flung. I'm seeing behavior that's out of the norm. I'm seeing, weirdness, strange stuff going on with society or within just this Texas situation that's going to continue to unfold. Here it is in the United States' chart. Now Mars is getting closer to Pluto. So without a doubt, it has to do with military, because Mars is military, and the United States is second house of Pluto. And so we are seeing words, we are seeing action, we are seeing, wild card activity going on here just at the beginning of February. But it all begins at the end of January. So as you can see what I'm seeing here, very disruptive energy, and it's opposing Mercury. So words are going to be said, people are going to get angry. There could be some conflict, some chaos in the mix. And I hope not. I hope I'm wrong. But this is the kind of energy that I'm seeing, folks. And here's more fuel to the fire. The new moon in Aquarius on the 9th is very explosive because it's at 20 degrees of Aquarius. Now, on a personal level, we are going to continue to feel this energy. Wherever Aquarius is in your actual birth chart, that's the area that gets lit up. So it's probably already started for many of you since Pluto went into Aquarius and the sun went into Aquarius. The energy started getting a little chaotic and funky. And so this new moon is adding more fuel to the fire. Not just because it's in Aquarius, which is the sign of humanity, it's the sign of rebellion, it's the sign of chaos. But look at what it's doing. It's squaring its ruler right there at 19 degrees and 20 degrees. You astrologers out there know how chaotic this is. And so what I'm seeing here is more chaos, more destructive behavior, more need to transform in some way. Now, if everything was hunky-dory and we were living in the perfect society, this would be maybe some minor change where everyone agrees and we decide to, say we want better government and we want things to be on a nice, even playing field. But that's not going to happen, friends, because this energy is so explosive and so chaotic that it's going to be very disruptive. This could be, anything from power outages to conflict, to people taking arms, to people fighting in the streets. I mean, I hope I don't see that. But look at what I'm seeing here. Uranus, rebellious, destructive, chaotic. It's like a lightning strike. This is what Aquarius energy looks like. So not only in Texas and, this conflict that's building with the military, but also on a personal level. I would suggest to everyone between the beginning of February to about the 21st of February, pay attention to what you're doing. Don't get into any arguments. Stay by yourself. Don't get upset. Don't get your energy to the level where it's disruptive and chaotic. Because notice the energy that's coming in is already doing that. So if you want to fight this energy, stop it within yourself and don't get involved in chaos or surrounding yourself with people that are just losing it, because it'll only make it worse. So pay attention to what you're doing. This is also very accident prone. Uranus can be very accident prone. So this new moon is activating chaotic energy. So let's see how it unfolds. In the USA chart, it's in the second house once again. And now we see Mars conjuncting Pluto, exact, with the new moon. Friends, I'm trying not to, be too overly excited about this. But if you see what I'm seeing, and many of you study astrology, you understand cycles and patterns, this is explosive behavior. This is explosive energy that's not going to be able to be stopped. So I hope it's something peaceful. I really do. I really don't want to see any bloodshed. I don't want to see people, losing it and getting chaotic. But look at what I'm seeing. An explosive new moon being activated by Uranus. And we have Mars conjuncting the United States as Pluto. Okay? This is pure adrenaline. This is pure uncertainty. This is pure, chaotic energy that's coming in. And I hope it's for the better. I hope, something wonderful comes out of this. But this is all being done, I believe, on purpose, to shake things up, to get people to pay attention, to get humanity to pay attention to what's really important. And of course, you know, my whole belief system is that we are just spiritual beings in these physical containers having human experiences. And when you come from that perspective, you don't let any of this chaos go on. I know when these alignments occur, I literally pay more attention. I literally either distance myself from others. And when the chaos begins, I go, wow, what incredible energy. I'm not going to feed into it. I realize who I am. I know it's just energy running through me. I'm not going to feed into the chaos and the fear and the anger. You see what I'm saying, friends? That's the key. So pay attention to what you're doing. And this is very strong energy coming in. Now, if that wasn't enough chaotic energy, let's look at Mars. On the 13th, Mars enters Aquarius and conjuncts Pluto. Again, very powerful, destructive energy to break cycles, to break patterns, to just not want to be doing the same thing over and over again. Mars is the god of war, symbolically. Pluto is death and rebirth and transformation. When these two get together, you ask any astrologer, especially in Aquarius, this is chaotic, explosive, dynamite energy, you see? And so on the 13th, we continue to have this high tension, explosive, unpredictable energy here. This is the United States' Pluto return energy coming in. Pluto return energy is destructive. It can be volatile. It is making things, first it'll cause the chaos and make it worse, and then it'll bring in the calm. So this entire year, this is the kind of energy I've been seeing. And I know I'm not the only one. Many psychics and many astrologers and people, numerologists, they're all seeing the same thing. Because you can't get away when the universe is showing you time for change, it's going to bring it in. And it's up to us to hold a certain frequency, hold a certain vibration. So I say to you, all you folks out there that are listening to me, if you understand all this, and I know many of you do, hold a higher frequency in your heart, in your mind, because that, as we unite that frequency and energy, it'll subside some of the chaos. And we won't be so chaotic in our personal lives with friends and family and situations. You see how it works? So very important to hold a high frequency. In the United States' chart, there it is, the Pluto, once again, conjuncting Mars in the second house. Very strong, volatile energy. We also have the Sun conjuncted the United States' moon. Once again, having to do with the states, something about the states and uprising, something about, the country turning. This is what's happening right now, friends. So this is an amazing year to witness all of this. We may not have been born at the time of when the United States was formed, but we are sure going to experience a second wave of a revolution in some way. So this is what's happening right now. But wait, there's more. Venus will also conjunct Pluto on the 17th. There is Venus, and Venus has to do with partners, money, and there it is conjuncting Pluto. And it's also being joined by Mars. So there's a conjunction here. And by the way, Venus and Mars will also conjunct. I have one more slide to cover that. So we see another conjunction here. So first we had Mercury, then we have Mars, and now we have Pluto. There's no escaping this energy, friends. Again, in our personal lives, we will feel the strong need to change in some way, to break free from something, bad habits, start something new, use innovation and technology, to rebel against what we've been doing on a regular basis. That's the kind of energy I'm seeing here. And it's very strong and it's very unpredictable. And here it is in the United States' chart. Once again, you see all this Aquarian energy in the second house of income and values. Financial systems could change. Markets could collapse. Any of that stuff is on the table here with this volatile energy. We also have the transiting moon conjuncting Uranus on this day, on the 17th. So it is a very tricky time. And again, as these planets come in, they begin to also in conjunct natal Venus and Jupiter. Once again, making confusion, uncertainty, unrealistic expectations. This is all in the mix. And they also begin to square Jupiter. Okay, these are all difficult alignments. So there's no easy way through this unless we all hold a higher frequency of compassion and understanding. And we don't feed into the fear and the anger. So here's the Venus conjunction, Venus-Mars conjunction on the 22nd, exactly at 6 degrees. Now, normally this is a very positive thing. So in your personal life, there may be some money coming in, or maybe discussion about a partnership, a relationship, or some sort of innovation in your life. Maybe you're buying some new technology, but it is going to be squared Jupiter. So once again, it really has to do with people's belief systems. It has to do with this awareness of who you are, letting go of the old belief systems. We also have the sun getting closer to Saturn here, a conjunction. So there's going to be a lot of unsettled energy, chaotic energy, disruptive energy in our personal lives, as well as in the United States. Keep an eye on Texas, as I've been saying. Don't feed into the fears. Just take it as information. Hold a higher frequency, and always remember, those of you that listen to me know this, and I can't say this enough. We are the energy, the source. We are God. We are the source, and we are spiritual in nature. So we are spiritual beings of the light, source, God, Yahweh, whatever name you want to give the source, it doesn't matter. It is an energy, and we are a manifestation of that energy. We have God's power in us, in every cell of our being. The more you hold the frequency at a high level, the less you get involved in the chaos of the world. You begin to just stand back and watch it and go, I'm not going to participate in it. I'm going to do the best I can. I'll make things happen. And then I'm not going to participate in the chaos. This is why I do these videos. I want to point out to people the timelines and to show people the energy that's coming in so you could make better choices. That's how I've done it. And so I'm sharing my way of looking at things with whoever wants to listen. So take everything, with a grain of salt and appreciate this life. So anyway, there you have it. If you like this video, please subscribe, like, and share. Follow me on social media, and I'll do the best I can to keep everyone informed. All right? Make it a great month. Bye for now.